Hey there, guys. It's Kim George here from Your Chic Geek, and I want to welcome you to a brand spanking new video. Hope you guys are well. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about or answering a question that I actually got from an awesome community member. And the question was, hey, Kim, if you were to start publishing books or low content books in 2025, what would you do? So I figured that I would create a video that would answer that question. But before we dive off into this video, I would love for you guys to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff to help push the video through the YouTube algorithm. And then also a couple of things. I have some freebies available for those of you that are interested in learning or getting access to a swipe file and list of over 200 types of low content books that you can build a book brand around to get repeat sales. So if you're interested in getting access to that swipe file, you can just click the link below to get that, as well as a free masterclass and workshop as well. And I have some other things that are available to help you get on the path to, building a book brand and getting sales through low content books and medium content books as well. So all of the links are going to be below, but let's dive off into this video. So again, with this question, I thought it would be a great idea to do a video to talk about this because I've been publishing since 2021. And in that time, I have learned quite a bit. It's been up and down, but it's been really, really fun. I've learned a lot. And, I've had some wins, I've had some losses. And so I wanted to just talk today and go through a list of, things that I would definitely do if I were publishing and getting started with publishing low content books in 2025. So, again, if you're just getting started and you're interested in wanting to build a self-publishing business with low content books and all of that good stuff, here's the list of things that I would do. So the first thing that I would do is going to be number one is to read the KDP guidelines and take things super seriously. I am in a ton of groups. I have a free group of my own that is called the Passive Income Water Cooler. So if you guys are interested in joining, you can click the link to do that. But one of the things that I definitely see a lot of is people running into issues with publishing on KDP. So things like account terminations, which is really severe, right? Account suspensions, or getting books rejected due to title issues, all kinds of things. And so to keep yourself try to keep yourself in as safe as possible, the one thing that you want to do is definitely go through and read the guidelines. Things are always changing with KDP, so you definitely want to make sure that you're up on the latest and greatest and that you kind of be in the know on what's going on. Another thing you can do is to join some of these different groups. There's a lot of them out there. Again, I have one. There's some other folks that have some great KDP groups, and surround yourself with people that are up on game and that know the things that are happening. Because there's nothing like getting an email from the KDP crew stating that, a book has been kicked back or has been sent back into draft and you're not sure why. So I would definitely go through and read the KDP guidelines to know what you can do and what you can't do. Now, a couple of things with the guidelines to really be on the lookout for. These are big things that a lot of people get in trouble for. Number one is going to be trademark violations. So you need to be up on your trademarks. You need to know what terms are trademarked that you can't use. You also need to know that it's not okay to go and find a best-selling book and try to take the book and use the title and use the description of that book and all that kinds of stuff as your own. You will get into trouble that way. So trademarks you need to know about. Copyrights you need to know about. Also, you need to make sure that you are checking your emails and responding as quickly as you can from KDP if they send you something. I know it's easy to get caught up, but if they send you something, you really know you want to pay attention to that. Maybe get a folder, file it away in a specific folder, but definitely make sure that you're on the lookout for emails from them in case they send you something. But read those guidelines to keep your account as safe as possible, and you should be good to go. Number two is going to be mastering the power of keyword research. This is really huge. One of the things that I talk about a lot, and one of the things that I've had to go back and forth with, even with my mom, who I'm helping with her book brand and coloring book line, is, her wanting to publish something that she thinks will sell versus doing the research to understand where people are already buying and to basically create a product in that specific niche. So when it comes to research, you just want to make sure that you know how to go and find those niches that have traffic and that have the buyers already going to them so that you can create a product that is going to attract them. Now, you don't necessarily have to use paid tools in order to do this. There are some free, fabulous tools that you can use. I have videos on my YouTube channel that talk about some of the free tools you can use. And then I also have some that talk about the paid tools. But off the cuff, one of the free tools that I do like is going to be DS Amazon Quick View. That's a Chrome extension. Also, Self-Publishing Titans. Shout out to Corbin Van Stone. He has a lot of free tools that you can use as well to help you with doing research. And then one of my favorite tools is BookBeam. This is a paid tool, but it's a tool nonetheless that really helps me to do research faster. So you definitely want to learn the power of research and finding things and finding niches that you can create books that already have traffic going to them. So that's really, really key. All right, so coming up in tip number 3 is to build a brand and not just publish a lot of random one-off books here and there. This is huge. Branding is the name of the game. It's something that, I've learned a lot about and that I'm still currently working on right now. I actually have a case study that's going to be coming out where I'm going to talk about a book brand that I've just launched last year that is doing really well, what I'm doing, what I've earned with that book brand, and why branding is so important. So a lot of people, when you get started, and myself included, when you're just getting into the game, you're going to just kind of be publishing books here and there to just try to get, acclimated to the publishing process, from understanding your, how to do a cover, how to upload your cover, your interior, and all of that good stuff. But once you really get the basics down, what you really want to do is you want to start getting more into becoming a strategic publisher and building a book brand that will allow you to get those repeat sales from people that are coming and that see your books on Amazon. So, this is one of the things that has been a game changer for me. Repeat sales are definitely 10 times easier when you have books that people love and that are a part of a cohesive brand that they recognize versus just kind of, doing books here, there, everywhere. You know what I mean? That's a strategy when you start. But as you get into KDP, branding is where it's at and it's really, really important. So I would definitely say that becoming a more strategic publisher is going to take you much further than just kind of publishing random books all over the place. All right. All right. So number 4 is to definitely learn how to create or invest in tools that will help you create high converting and appealing book covers. There's no way around this, guys. You can't just take, a book cover and create it and throw up some clip art that you find on Canva and throw it up on Amazon and think that you're going to make all of these sales. No, 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 no. You really do have to put a lot of emphasis on your covers because let's be honest, it's the first thing that people see. And contrary to popular opinion, people do judge your book by its cover. And if it looks haphazardly done, or if it looks a little ranky dank, or it looks kind of cheesy, then you're going to struggle to sell. I can just tell you that. So some of the things that you can do is to learn some of the basics to designing your book covers. There's plenty of little tutorials and things that are on YouTube about that. Another thing that you can do is invest in using AI. I know that some people don't like it, but I do. I'm a huge proponent of it. It's just all in the way that you use it. But I love using tools like Audiogram and then also ChatGPT, specifically DALL-E 3 for book cover designs. It really just makes it super duper easy. Or you can outsource your book covers to somebody and have them create them for you. All right, so tip number 5 is to learn how to write epic product listings. Okay, your product listing, what is that? Your product listing is going to include things like your title, your subtitle, your product's description, your back-end keywords. Everything that you see as far as a product description on Amazon is basically a powerful sales tool. And so whenever people are visiting your sales page, aka your product listing, essentially, you want to make sure that you do a great job of it. You want to have a great description that's going to entice people to want to buy your book. You want to make sure that your title has keywords in it that people are searching for that can help your book get found on Amazon and so on and so forth. All right, so number six is going to be to definitely start with evergreen niches that can help you sell year around. I know that it's really easy to see all of these crappy videos that you see on YouTube with here's the best niche for you to start in, publish here and all of this kinds of stuff. A lot of that stuff is just hokey pokey, just crap. I really don't follow those videos, and I highly recommend that you kind of use caution. You can get ideas from that, but definitely I say the best niches to create books around are going to be niches that sell all year around, aka evergreen niches. So these can include, different types of books that you can create, such as planners. They sell all year round. Activity books, journals, trackers, learning books, all of those kinds of things. These are books that sell all year round, and you can do really, really well with them. And I would highly recommend starting off with these kind of books first to get your feet wet with, making the evergreen book, getting those sales in the door. Because once you start getting in sales, it's really going to fuel you to continue on with the process, and it's going to keep you inspired to keep going. So trends come and go, but evergreen books, they're going to be there and they're going to help you make the sales all year around. So it's just something else to consider. And then last but not least is to definitely treat your publishing business like a business and stay consistent. Listen, there's some times where I just want to wake up in the morning, grab some coffee, put on a robe, go look out of my window, look at the squirrels run up the tree, and just not do anything. I just do. Sometimes I'm just not feeling it. But I know that this is a business. I have to be willing to put in the work. And so with that, I have to treat this like a business. I have to be consistent. I have to continue to publish. I have to continue to, for example, right now, build out my book brand, which means that I have to consistently create books, publish books, create product descriptions, create cover designs, create interiors, the whole 9 yards. So what really separates, the people that are just kind of into this, or they see it and they see it as just like a trend, or, the make money really quickly kind of trend, versus people that really stick around and do well in the long run, is just one side of the coin. Is you're going to have people that are just going to follow it. They're going to see something that says, oh, you can make $10,000 by publishing 10,000 notebooks on KDP. And then the other person is going to say, well, you know what? Sure, that may be possible, but I'm really going to stay into this for the long run. I'm going to learn that this is a business. I'm going to learn to be patient. I'm going to learn that I'm going to have ebbs and flows. I'm going to learn and understand that I'm going to have my good days. I'm going to have my bad days. I'm going to have products that flop. I'm going to have products that do well. So with this business, you just want to set realistic goals. You want to publish regularly. You definitely want to pay attention to what is working and double down on that. For me, book brands and building out book brands is definitely working for me. So that's something that I'm doubling down on right now. And you need to understand that this is a long-term game and that consistency wins. All of the people that I know that are doing well with their KDP businesses have been consistent in this thing. They're not just some fly-by-night person jumping on YouTube talking about you can make all this kinds of money, in KDP. No, they're people that are consistently publishing, consistently learning, consistently growing, so it really is important to treat this as a business and to stay as consistent as you can in the business. So this pretty much wraps up the video though, guys, on the tips that I have for you guys. If I were self-publishing or starting a self-publishing business to publish low content books in 2025, these are the things that I would definitely do. Now, if you do want more help or you want more trainings and things like that, here again, I have some resources that are available for free. And then I also have some advanced programs that you can use, like from Publish to Profit, that walk you through the step-by-step process of building out your book brand to get those repeat sales. So you can look in the description to check that out if you're interested. But I really do hope this video was helpful to you guys and giving you just some kind of insights into, what it really takes and some of the things that you want to look out for if you are an aspiring publisher, or even if you have been in the game, but you've not really gotten any of the results that you want to get. So if you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to comment below, but I'd love to know. But what are your thoughts on this? Which one of these tips are you going to take and use to further your business? Or which one of these are you already using that has worked the best for you? I'd love to know. Comment below and let me know your thoughts. Until the next time, y'all have a good one.